Go ahead on your audio test.
Hey everybody, just checking in. Thanks for coming in today. Shoot over. We're not going to be able to hear you on this demo, but if you have any comments, questions, just go ahead and fire them over. So to start, just let me know if you can hear me okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds like everybody can hear us. So we're just going to give a couple minutes here to let people log in if we have some stragglers, and then we'll get started. We don't have that much time, but again, thanks for logging in. We'll do the best to give you a great demo here in the 30-minute slot that we've got. And just real quick, while we wait for a couple other folks to pop in, I wish we could be at the PGA show together this year, but I think this remote demo is the best that we've got as an alternative. When you're looking through our webcam, it's a little overexposed on the screen, so I hope all this kind of translates. But I think we did a couple demos yesterday, and it worked pretty well. So just bear with us, and again, knowing that this isn't ideal, we'll get you all the information you need. Okay, I think we'll get started, everyone. Again, thanks for logging in for the demo. Again, virtual PGA show is not quite the same. I think we'll all agree. But this might be the next best alternative. Let me introduce myself. I'm Joe Rathburn. I'm the Director of Sales at Full Swing. I've been with the company for over 8 years and have seen the industry change quite a bit. And we're pretty excited about what we're showing off this year. So to start, I think during this presentation, we really want to talk about a few things. We want to talk about the tracking technology, what separates Full Swing. We want to talk about the solution that we provide, what is included, the quality of the materials we use. But then we also want to talk about how you're going to utilize this simulator to better generate revenue on property and really incrementally grow a new form of revenue that can kind of reinvent the club and kind of jump on track with the trends that we're seeing in the industry. So to start, really when it comes to the technology side, this is where we think Full Swing has kind of separated ourselves as a differentiator. Most technologies in a high-end golf simulator are going to typically be some sort of an analysis type technology. There's high-end units that are using camera-based technology, radar, sonar, other types of systems to capture what the golfer is doing at impact with their swing. And then they take that information and then calculate what happens into the virtual world. So what you might notice during this calculation period of all these different technologies is the fact that when the golf ball hits the screen on one of these simulators, there's a very short but noticeable lag from the time the ball hits the screen till the time anything happens into the virtual world. So what's fundamentally different with Full Swing is we're utilizing two 360-degree curtains of infrared sensors that are positioned here in the floor, walls, and ceiling of our simulator. So these two curtains of sensors are going to measure the ball speed, line, and trajectory, which is going to do a couple things for you. Not only is it going to be 100% accurate information, but the golf ball will transition into the virtual world exactly where and when it hits the screen. So to demonstrate that, And again, this is what's unique with full swing, is the fact that I can toss this golf ball, and wherever I hit the screen, that's exactly where you'll see it transition. So I'll throw it off to the side here, and you'll see that golf ball just transitions really quickly right into the middle of where you'd expect it to be, as if it was outdoors. I'll throw another one just in case it didn't translate, and I hope this is coming across on the video demo. And I'll toss it over here closer to the data on the left side or the right side based on your view. And again, it's each and every time that golf ball hits the screen is where it transitions. So the best part about that is when the golfer is hitting the shot, you maintain the connection in the field with that golf shot. There is no internal conversation with yourself. Is that what I did? Is that what it felt like? You're actually seeing exactly what resulted with that ball flight. Now, the second component of our tracking technology, we measure the ball from the infrared sensors by the screen. And secondarily, we have high-speed cameras in the ceiling that are going to look down and capture everything you're doing as a golfer through impact. Club path, face angle, club head speed, and actually see exactly where on the club face you're making impact with the ball. Now, when we panned up, you saw that there was a bank of lights in the ceiling. So those lights are just simply to illuminate the hitting area. So when we hit a shot, we're capturing the most high-resolution images at impact. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to put a tracer behind the ball here so you can see it. Clear off those little tosses I just did. And with the combination of the infrared sensors measuring the ball data and the Ion 3 cameras seeing everything the golfer does, I can now go in and hit a shot just like I would expect to see outdoors. So if I aim out here to the right with a tracer on it, with an inside-out path, I should hit this little draw, start right with a big swing back to the left. So for one more time, hope it again comes across on the video, but that golf ball transitions into the virtual world exactly where and when it hits the screen. And I have that inside out path. You can not only see it visually with the Ion 3 playback, but you can see it with all of the information that's correlating on the right-hand side. So we have carry distances, club head speed, ball speed, path information. Again, this was 10 degrees because I was trying to go way outside or inside out for that big sweeping draw. And so on this next one, let's take a look. I'm going to do the opposite, aim out to the left, and the Ion's going to see my path and impact. The infrared sensors see the ball data. I should be able to see this big left or right. So just to give you a sense, I wouldn't be able to necessarily call out my shots if I didn't trust the tracking technology. So the video is going to show you the outside in path, the strike of the ball, etc. So just to give you an idea of what the Ion shows, we'll stop this. And you can go back to each and every shot to highlight what the golfer is doing. So again, I was trying for the outside in path for that big left to right 8-iron here. And you can go frame by frame to see what I was doing. So slightly heel strike, outside in. And the reason we're really excited about this is not just for your entry level teaching and training, but even for an instructor fitting, getting this kind of detail with the high definition imagery of impact gives you a lot more detail of how to fit a particular student. So we can close that. Again, go into one more shot to give you an idea what the tracking technology does. And specifically the Ion. So for this last shot on the driving range, I'm going to try and position this well out on the toe. But the purpose of this demonstration is to show you the detail and information that the Ion can provide. So well out on the toe, I almost want to miss this golf ball. So the visual on the screen didn't look horrible. You know, it was relatively straight. I felt like I caught it well out on the toe. The data is, I'm sure going to hit it a lot shorter. But then as we pull up the information, let's see the effect of this shot. Way out on the toe. Again, why I had a pretty good start line, but next, you see how that club face starts to twist open. That's going to directly correlate to the inefficiency on the smash factor that we provide as well. So you get the data on the smash factor, but you also see the visual imagery of why you lost some efficiency on club per club. So that really kind of shows you what our tracking technology can do. The experience of the golfer, you having a seamless ball flight into the virtual world, but the data, it really comes into a very easily digestible package. So game improvement is one thing, but entertainment and just understanding the overall game is very easy from this aspect. So this tracking technology, again, is kind of what puts Full Swing on a pedestal a little bit above, in our opinion, where anything else on the indoor market lies. So this tracking system is why guys like Tiger Woods, John Rahm, Jason Day, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth, I mean, we keep going. They have this technology in their homes because of the detail and quality of the tracking technology. So very proud of that. Where we stand now is our driving range. This is the same driving range that you'll see on the set at Golf Channel, on their Golf Fix and other programs for game improvement. And we have over 100 golf courses to offer. So a lot of playability when it comes to that. Famous PGA Tour quality courses. We're very, very excited about some new partnerships that we have, not only with Golf Channel, but we're the official golf simulator of the PGA Tour, which is going to allow us to develop courses that correspond to tour stops along the year. Be exciting to have your club, playing Torrey south and north, the same time that the Farmers is going on, things like that. So very cool. Next, I think one of the big things that you guys are looking into is, why golf simulator? I think we all know that the industry has kind of come into this new renaissance due to what happened through 2020. And technology is a big way that people are taking advantage of growing the game as well. And one of our partners is Topgolf. Now, they have taken our technology and expanded it on a much wider scale outside of their normal 10-acre venues. They're basically building these swing suites with golf simulators, and they're really focusing on the food and beverage aspect. And that's the biggest bang for the buck with this type of technology at your club or your golf course, is improving the spend per head and how much time people are spending on property. So Topgolf is seeing anywhere from around $35 per person per hour on the additional food and beverage spend. And that's not including the hourly rate that people typically spend on the golf simulator. So we can help with some ROI information and give you a pro forma, give you a sense of what the payback would be on one of these golf simulators. But I think once we start working together on those numbers, you'll see that it really pays for itself quite quickly. And the reason it does that is not necessarily because it's the best golf simulator out there, but the package of more sports. We have 13 additional sports and games that you can play. We have skills challenges. There's 20 different entertainment-based skills challenges that you can play as well. But this system can be hooked up to any kind of other gaming, PlayStation or Xbox, Apple TV. So you can use this as your home theater as well. So playing the Super Bowl on a big wide screen will really bring in a lot of folks and a lot of interest. Last thing, I think, well, not last thing, but one important aspect of questions you're probably asking yourself is the size. What size requirements are you going to need for a proper golf simulator installation? To give you a sense of where we're in our speakeasy at our headquarters here in Carlsbad. This room itself is 16 feet wide. The simulator I'm standing in is one full turnkey solution, from the structure screen, software, computer, cabinet. You operate the software through a 24-inch touchscreen, and it's very easy and intuitive to use. So if you have this physical space, our solution fits in it, and we'll pan around the room real quick to give you a sense of total environment that we've created. So this also works for renting out for birthday parties, enhancements to any kind of wedding reception. You know, being able to kind of have this environment. We've got some chairs in the middle for viewing, a bar in the back of the room. But as you can imagine, we've had quite a bit of interest in this type of environment on a private party scale. We've had people that have offered, you know, $5,000 for a 4-hour window to watch the Masters in a room like this, you know, with the kind of the food and beverage bar and private environment. So that helps get the wheels turning of how you typically use this solution at your club. So that was a lot of information I just threw at you real quick. I think I'm going to take a quick stop and ask Brian, my associate who's with me. He can see the chat and we might answer some of your questions if you have them. Fire them over.
Yeah, Joe, one of the questions we just got from Emily, she actually teaches somewhere that has full swing, but that hasn't gotten the full swing golf solution that we launched in 2020. Can you show her real quick how you can set up a target on range?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we're on our, like I said, we're on our driving range. I'm going to clear the shots. We have these icons on the side of the screen on the lower half that this is going to be your easy navigation from any kind of preferences. So this little hamburger button down at the bottom accesses these options. And when I hit the target button, now I can do a couple things. I can actually decide where on the driving range I put my target, but we can change the visual as well. So we have a marker, which is a simple pole that you can use as a visual. We have a green that can come into your foreground and actually fall away as well. We also have a bucket. Give you a sense of the different options currently on our driving range. But one of the big things that's really exciting about our new software subscription is the fact that there's going to be a new course or range, feature, function upgrade. Every single month, you're going to get these unloaded. And we're going to be very vigilant in making sure that you have release notes of knowing what's brand new on your golf simulator every single month. So effectively, with our new subscription, you're going to be future-proofing the simulator because it's always going to have the newest, greatest course. Again, we're trying to correlate that with the PGA Tour stops to make sure that everything is fresh and you have something to market continuously going forward. This isn't a product that's just going to sit and age. So we keep it fresh, and it's going to be really exciting. You know, one of the ranges we're going to release relatively soon is going to be actually Tiger's backyard. So if you know, Tiger has 4 holes in his backyard, and Full Swing is going to have the exclusive rights to have physically Tiger's backyard as your practice range. I think it's pretty cool being able to put the ball anywhere on his property to, you know, practice any shot you've got.
Okay. So from there, why don't you hand it over so you can answer some questions?
Yeah.
Talking about the, someone asked us earlier about the installation process, how it works, start to finish, and all the things that how we provide that full service solution.
Sure, and yeah, like Ryan was saying, one of the big questions is also like, how do you get started? We typically like to assign one of our sales reps to anybody on property that really wants to talk details about the golf simulator. You know, shoot a note to us at sales@fullswinggolf.com. I'll put you with a sales rep. But the first step is they're going to get an idea what kind of space you have available, answer any questions about the tracking technology and software. But once we get an idea of the space, we're going to do a full conceptual rendering and show you what the best simulator would be for your space. And from there, once we decide, yeah, guys, that, you know, we want to buy our Full Swing Golf Simulator, get that rolling, we then turn you over to our project management team, who is going to convert the conceptual rendering into a full electrical spec drawing. And from there, you can prepare in terms of power, conduit, and dedicated hardline internet. If you have space-powered internet, our full swing golf technicians will come in and do the installation. So we pride ourselves on having everything pretty much in-house. You know that somebody that's installing this product and can be built for decades is it's gonna be done by a professional that knows what they do. So on the support side, we have unlimited over the phone and online technical support, and all of our simulators come with a 2-year parts and labor warranty. So anything goes wrong, you just give us a call. I mean, we're going to be out there as quick as we can to fix anything. 90% of the time, we're remotely dialing in, diagnosing and fixing any issues you have. So we've got you covered. Make sure that we have unlimited uptime.
So another question that's come in a few times is talking about the minimum space requirements you're going to need.
Yep.
I know you said earlier we have an 11-foot ceiling in here, but tell people about there are over 30 size options and kind of how that works.
Right. So one thing, especially, I mean, take real good note here. Especially with a commercial environment, you want to make sure that you have enough space for everybody, or almost everybody, to swing comfortably. So to give you an idea of the minimum space requirements, it's a little delicate because we have systems that are as short as 8.5 feet tall, as narrow as 11 feet wide, and as shallow as, let's say, 17 feet wide. But that's only going to accommodate a specific golfer. So generally speaking, you want a minimum of 9.5 feet of height, and you want a minimum of probably 12 feet of width. Now we can get smaller, remember that, but it's going to be contingent on what that golfer feels like when they're swinging. I don't want to feel like I'm hitting this wall behind me. I also don't want to feel restricted when I'm going up. So if you can comfortably say that you're going to accommodate most golfers from that particular space, we probably have a size simulator that's going to fit in your environment. So that's a big thing. Again, first step being conceptual rendering that should visually show everybody on property that we're all talking the same language.
You're good to show them how this works on course now.
Great.
If you want to set on the tracer real quick.
Yeah. So what we've got, I wanted to jump over and show you some of the quality of our new software. This is the 17th hole at Tpc Sawgrass, and we're really excited to be able to have this. Our partnership with the PGA Tour gives us exclusive rights to be the only simulator to put this on a new system. So let me make sure a tracer is on here. Okay, we're good. And just to give you a visual, I mean, we're really proud of these new graphics on our software. Clearly, water, it's a true living, breathing environment. The trees move, the water moves, just indicated based on the wind. And right here, I'm just going to aim a little bit out to the right with a little draw, so that I've got that pop bunker on the right-hand side of the green. Try and aim at that with a little draw. And I'd be happy with that at any time. So this might be a good time to talk about putting as well. So again, you get a playback, you get all your data, and then once you're done reviewing all that information, we have our visual, one of our visuals that we actually aid with putting. What you're looking at is this is our ideal line. And so it'll give you a sense of the topography of the break. But also you have the ability to throw on a grid that'll show the fall line on the green and the slopes if you'd like. So there's a few different tools that we allow for. This one, again, for putting, we're going to be measuring the ball from our infrared sensors up by the screen. So these infrared sensors, they're going to pick up the line and speed of the putt, and it'll transition to the virtual world. So what the software is telling me is I have 42 feet, and it's a little bit over a foot uphill from this position. Clearly with the ideal line, it breaks a little bit left, almost a double breaker back to the right. So Let's see what we can do. I pulled it a bit. Not horrible speed, maybe a little too far. And then, but it looks like I ran it a little over 10 feet beyond. So we threw on the grid now. And so now you can see, again, the other tool in terms of reading the green. You have the grid that shows the fall lines and where the speed is going to be. Relatively flat up here. I have 10.9 feet and a little bit down. Let's see what we can do. There we go. So nice par on 17. One thing to note when it comes to putting, that you're gonna have an automatic gimme when you get inside 6 feet. The nature of that is the ball does have to cross those two sensors to measure its speed and line. So inside 6 feet, we give you the gimme. We don't force you to make your 2-foot virtual putt. So it really is conducive to getting around, going. You said it before, it's be quick to go from golfer to golfer, so you're not going to lose any time there. How are we doing on time, Ryan?
4 minutes.
Okay, we got 4 minutes, so let's take maybe another question or two if we've got some in the chat.
This is a good question from John. Does this have to be professionally installed or something we'd be able to do on our own with phone support? So just speaking to our full service.
Yeah, this is very much, I want to paint a picture of this is a full service from Full Swing Golf. 100% of our simulators are done by our Full Swing Golf techs, mainly to guarantee that when this gets installed, that we're going to be able to support you forever. The only way we can do that is we know that we're sending in an expert to do the initial installation. Simulators are a unique bird when it comes to putting together a lot of technology to come to a complete solution. And we kind of pride ourselves on being the best in the industry and making sure that your expert installers are doing each and every installation.
Great. I think you've kind of covered off on all the different features, multi-sport, all the courses. Just any last notes as we're down to our last 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, really, guys, this is not only something to attract new golfers. Whether you're private, public, it doesn't matter. This kind of can take care of another demographic that you may not have been focusing on before, which ultimately can revert back right to that incremental revenue that you might be looking for. Even if the course is packed, you still want to keep people on property longer and show them more ways to entertain. With Full Swing, again, don't take my word for it. It's literally the best players in the world are the ones calling us every day, putting these simulators in their homes because of the quality of the system, but quality of the tracking technology, and the company itself, the innovation that we're growing. So we'd love to answer more questions. Like I said, go ahead and go to so shoot an email to sales@fullswinggolf.com. I can put you with one of our sales reps in your area that can start working through those other design details and answer any questions that you may have. So again, I wish I was here. We were all together at the PGA show, kind of hanging out and having these conversations live. But this being the next best thing. Thanks for spending the time out here.
One last question that just came in. Can this work with other swing analysis technologies such as gears? So it'd be a good time to talk about Swing Catalyst.
Right. So we do have a great partnership with Swing Catalyst. You're familiar with the video analysis. If you couldn't hear Ryan, we're talking about what integrates with Full Swing. There are plenty of video analysis systems, as you know, on the market. All of them clearly can be independent of the golf simulator, but the one that is fully integrated is Swing Catalyst. So what's cool about that is the shot, the tracking system within the golf simulator is going to trigger your video to record, but you're not able to only just get the video that automatically records, but the data that the simulator captures. So it's really a good ecosystem for teaching and training. And just to hit on that, we're really excited about our new partnership and simulator at the Pebble Beach training facility. So we've got our Pro Series widescreen and a virtual green. and really think, and that has Swing Catalyst. So it's really a true great ecosystem for your high level teaching and training indoors. So thanks everybody. If you need us again, sales@fullswinggolf.com, and we'll get you hooked up.